Hello everyone, welcome. Happy new moon in Cancer. This is the second new moon in Cancer this year, so it has a really special message for us, especially around how we're working with the archetypal energy of Cancer, which is all about the divine feminine, the mother archetype, leading with our heart space, connecting to the power of feeling and emotion. So as you jump on, say hi. I really wanted to sit outside as I do this video, sit out by the lake since Cancer is a water sign. So I thought it was very fitting. So as you jump on, share below what are your new moon intentions, and there's a really powerful creative force that is surrounding this new moon. We're working with the energies of Cancer, and opposite that we're seeing a lot of Capricorn energy coming in as well, and these energies are all about creation. If we look at the Cancerian energy, it is that mother archetype of what are you birthing into the world. So really take time to set these new moon intentions, and anytime there's a new moon, we are really called inward. We are called to go inward and really reflect and set our intentions around what we desire to create. And this new moon specifically has a very internal feel to it. Like, this is not a new moon that's like extroverted and loud and in your face. It's very much like internal, going within, connecting to the wisdom within, and allowing yourself what you need to really recharge. All right, who do we have joining right now? Elizabeth, Ryan, hello, Shalene, Cynthia, and let me know how you're feeling around these new moon energies. I did mention that this is the second new moon in Cancer, so one of the eclipses that we had happened in the sign of Cancer as well, and now we're having another new moon in the sign. So before I dive in and explain all about these powerful energies, I really feel like there's a lot of healing energy coming in around this new moon, a chance to really recharge our energy. It's a very, very beautiful new moon, really. And there is one main challenging aspect with this opposition to Saturn and Capricorn that I want to dive into, because I feel like there's some really big lessons that are coming through around that. So share your intentions. Say hello. Hello, Jackie. How are you? Welcome. And Elizabeth and Barbie. So I want to share as well, actually starting on the day of the new moon. So the new moon is officially on the 20th, I am kicking off the Akashic activation series for soul-led entrepreneurs. So beautiful energy that we're beginning with. So if you are a light worker, a spiritual entrepreneur, and you're looking to expand your business, you want to accelerate results, you want to amplify your impact, you want to tap into new levels of wealth, I'm offering an Akashic activation series that will really help you work within the realm of the Akashic records to take your business to a new level. And we're really going to be harnessing the energy of this new moon. It begins on the day of the new moon, which is all about new beginnings. So if you want more information on this, if you've been curious about working in the records and how this relates to your business and tapping into that unique energetic code of your business, send me a message. I will get you the details, and we officially begin on Monday. And I actually opened up, I'm just going to adjust my phone a little bit. I feel like I'm looking way up at the camera. It feels kind of weird. So I actually opened up the private Facebook community for this today, and just inviting all the members in who are sharing more about their business, their intentions for what they want to create. And it's just a really, really beautiful community. So send me a message if you want in on Akashic activations for soul-led entrepreneurs. And now let's dive in. Let's talk about this new moon in Cancer. So the Cancerian archetype, which is where the sun and moon are conjunct together, making it a new moon, is all about the divine feminine energy, which is all about creative energy. And really, when I felt into this new moon, I felt this calling of returning to the wisdom in our heart. That really is what Cancer teaches us to do. And there's been so much going on in the world this year, and that comes as no surprise to anyone. We've been through major transformation, major upgrades. In the process of that, it feels really chaotic. And this new moon is a reminder to come home to yourself, to come back to what you need to feel secure, to look at how you are nourishing yourself, how you are caring for yourself, so you can really show up and share your gifts with the world. And it's so important that we take this time to go within and really trusting, because things can get, when we get into a place of indecision or we start to feel overwhelmed, it's often when we're looking externally for the answers and we're forgetting that they're actually found within. that the answers we're seeking come from within, come from the wisdom of our soul, the wisdom of our heart. And Cancer really embodies that. It's all about what's going on beneath the surface. It's related to family, our ancestors, our home life, our inner world, basically, and creating this really solid internal foundation that allows us to feel safe and secure in the midst of chaos and change. And 2020 is a year of major change. It is taking us somewhere beautiful. But in that process, we have to go through the shadow. We have to look at the systems, the structures, the belief systems that aren't going to support us with where we are going. And we're doing that personally in our individual life, really looking at our goals, what we desire to create, and seeing what isn't a match for that. Like, what belief or mindset patterns you have in place that's not a match to where you desire to go, and releasing that. And looking in your own personal life, do you have the discipline? Are you disciplined in doing the tasks you need that get you to where you desire to be? Do you have that solid foundation? We are really, really cultivating that. And if you have been following my videos, you've probably seen this as a theme. It's been an ongoing theme, and especially coming out of eclipse season, which was that complete energetic reset and can really like put us in a whole new place. Now it's like, okay, this new path is emerging, this new beginning is there. But before we really dive into it, this new moon is come home to yourself, come home to your core values, come home to nourishing yourself, creating that solid inner foundation so you can really thrive in the world. But in order to thrive and again find that feeling of peace and calmness in the midst of chaos, it requires that internal foundation. It requires nurturing yourself. Let me know if this is resonating, and if you're just jumping on, share with me your new moon intentions. I want to hold that space for you. What are you creating in this new moon energy? Hello, Haley. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Autumn. Thank you, Autumn, saying I love your necklace. Thank you. I am a huge crystal lover. Like, I'm always wearing crystal necklaces, and it's funny because I'll have people message and they'll ask me about different crystals, and I actually I don't know a lot about crystals. I completely use my intuition when I choose them, and I even just create my own crystal grids just using my intuition. But thank you so much. And that's another thing that can be a really good part of new moon rituals as well, is if you have crystals, putting them outside to charge in this new moon energy and holding the intention of what you want to create, what you're calling in. And then I'll put my crystals out, I'll set the intention, and then I'll create a grid the next day. I'm just gonna try to get more comfy here. I'm sitting outside on the deck because I wanted to do this by the water, because it is the Cancer new moon, which is a water sign, and it's all about that coming back, right? The water represents our emotions and being fluid within that. So yes. Okay, so what else is happening around this new moon energy? So this is the interesting aspect I want to dive into. So we are being called internally, we are being called to go within, but opposite the sun and moon in the sign of Cancer is Saturn in Capricorn. So what you may be feeling is this pull to go into recharge, but at the same time, this feeling that there's more you have to do, there's more to be done. So where Cancerian energy is all about relaxation, right? It's the divine feminine, joy, creation for the sake of creation. Opposite that, Capricorn is all about responsibilities. It's all about work. It's all about getting things done, taking action. And there's this direct opposition between the moon and sun and Saturn in Capricorn. So there can be this pull that's saying isn't there more you should be doing? Isn't there more to be done? And that can kind of be this tension that we're feeling around this new moon. And once again, the exact new moon is on the 20th. We're already feeling the buildup, but it's happening on the 20th. And that tension can really be at play. But the thing with oppositions and opposite energies is they're compatible. So Cancer and Capricorn, which is the basis of this opposition, are opposites but compatible energies. So as I felt into this and just feeling into the energy in the space of the record, studying the charts, it really is about the balance of bringing both together. So I'm just kind of feeling into how I want to say this. So it's also looking at how creating like the discipline and the structure in your life actually allows you to step back and relax. Like if you fully trust you have the systems in place and you're disciplined in doing what needs to be done to get the results you desire, you can step back and you can allow yourself to relax. And that's the masculine energy with Saturn and Capricorn. It gets us to look at, are we taking the actions we need to take? Are we being responsible? Again, do we have that foundation? So we can lean back and allow what we desire to flow to us. Because the Cancer energy is the feminine. It's trusting that what we desire can flow into our experience. But sometimes we can find it really hard to relax if we have this like nagging feeling that there's more to be done, there's more we have to do, right? So we're working with that dynamic here, but really invite it to trust, to surrender. And in the manifestation process, what I've come to realize is that it's often when we sit back and we take that time to recharge, whether we go to the beach or we just sit out and relax by the water, go for a nature walk, meditation, whatever that looks like for you, it's often in that state of relaxation and surrender that the things you've been working toward can actually flow into your experience. That's when the creative downloads come. It's like we have to step back and relax and create the space to receive. And this new moon is really inviting you to do that. So there may be that feeling like, oh, there's more to do. There's more to check off my to-do list. I haven't quite accomplished everything I want to accomplish yet. So do I deserve to relax? Let me know if that resonates or if you ever had that feeling. I know I do, right? That feeling like, isn't there more to do? Isn't there more I should be doing? But when we're really just trusting that it's safe to relax, that it's safe just to sit back and trust the work we've done is enough, what we desire has the space to flow. So I invite you to really take that time at this new moon to step back and to just allow what you have been asking for to flow in. And again, looking at this important dynamic, if you're having trouble surrendering, is there more structure that's needed in your life? Is there a sense of discipline that the masculine energy provides that will allow you to sit back and trust? Because that's a big part of this Cancer Capricorn axis that, like I mentioned, the Cancerian archetype is the mother archetype. It's the divine feminine archetype. The Capricorn is the divine masculine, right? So we're working with this theme, and this theme has been ongoing for the last couple of years. It really came to a head at the eclipse we had a couple weeks ago. It's been an ongoing theme of how we're balancing the feminine and masculine. And after this new moon, we're really moving into a new set of energies. So there's a lot of lessons we're meant to really integrate around this new moon before we feel like we can really move forward. Yeah, let me know if this is resonating. Jackie, sit back and relax and trust the work we have done is enough. Yes. Isn't that powerful, Jackie? When we can do that, and again, I share this and I am not perfect at this. Like if you ask my husband, Connor, I often have trouble sitting back and relaxing. Like I'd rather be in action. I would rather be doing things, but I also know the importance of taking care of ourselves, right? Taking care of ourselves and trusting, like, if we look at manifestation, it's very energetically based, right? It's like we don't need to be in action to be calling to us what we desire. It's more about the vibration and the energy we are putting out into the world. And that's this whole shift we're stepping into where it's like quantum manifestation. It's about frequency. It's about energy. It's about what your frequency you're dialed into and tuned into. And you can do that when you're sitting back and relaxing. And that's often why when we take that chance and that opportunity to step back, we relax, and when there's no resistance, what we want comes into our experience in a really powerful way. So take the time at this new moon to take that step back, to recharge and relax and look at what are the structures I need in place in order to do that. Because again, like 2020, it's a year of change and it hasn't stopped yet. Like it's just getting started, and it's a much needed change and progression. So it's really trusting and allowing ourselves to do that healing work too. Like the Cancerian energy is very much related to healing. So it can be a lot of trauma we're experiencing as a collective right now, a lot of shadows that are emerging. And take time to do that healing work so you can show up and create the impact and the influence you want in the world. You can only do that if you've, and it doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but once you've done that healing work on yourself and you feel like you're in a good place, then you can hold that space for other people. And this Cancer new moon is inviting you to step back and allow yourself, right? Allow yourself that time and space to just relax and to heal and to have the things you desire flow to you. It's a powerful, powerful creative energy. Ryan's saying space of allowance. Yes, beautifully said. The space of allowance is such a key component, right, in this manifestation process. So key. So there's another aspect going on around this new moon that I want to talk about as well. Now, it's not directly interacting with the new moon energy, but I feel like we're still feeling it very strongly. So we recently had Mars move into the sign of Aries, and it's staying there. It's still going to be there for almost another 6 months. And Mars in the sign of Aries is right at home, and it's really inviting us to tap into our warrior spirit, to like embrace our inner power, the courage and the drive to move forward. And since Mars has moved into Aries, I noticed the shift in the collective energy of like momentum building, people wanting to like really move forward with their goals, feeling like something big is happening. Like all of that energy is Mars in Aries in its highest expression. And it is interacting with Mercury right now in the sign of Cancer. It's forming a square formation. So it's really reminding us as well of the power of our words, like our words hold power, and we can really channel this like warrior energy to move in the direction that we want to go, to build deeper levels of confidence in who we are. Now, in the shadow side of this, it can lead to some anger and frustration, and anger and frustration in and of themselves is not a bad thing, right? They're simply emotions. It is important to look at how we are expressing this feeling of anger and frustration as it comes up. Because otherwise, especially where it's interacting with Mercury, the communication planet, we can say things impulsively that we regret later on. So we say something and then after we're like, should I have said that? Or Mars is also known as the god of war. So it can be like that charge ahead impulsively without thinking and being in that energy of rage and anger. So we want to watch for the shadow of that, of course, both collectively and in our own personal life. And instead we want to move to using this energy in the highest expression of, again, that courageous warrior power of remembering the power you hold within to rise above any challenge that comes your way and emerge stronger. The power of the individual to make a difference. These are all lessons. And again, this is not like directly interacting with the new moon, but I feel it's an important part of the storyline that's unfolding around this new moon energy. Okay, I want to do a little check-in here. Just feel there's so much coming through around this new moon. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Say hi if you're jumping in. Petya, hello. Hello, Heather. Feel free to share with me your new moon intentions, what you are creating around this beautiful new moon in Cancer that is inviting us to come back to the wisdom we hold in our heart, come back to the wisdom that is within. And just to kind of sum up all these energies here, take time to recharge would probably be the biggest takeaway from this. Take time to recharge, and if you're faced with some decisions in your life and you're really confused about the next step, honor where your intuition is leading you. Your intuition has information that logically and analytically we might not have access to. Your intuition is close to your soul. So when your intuition is guiding you somewhere, really trust that. And it's going to be at an all-time high around this new moon in Cancer. So trust it. Honor the emotions that come in. This could be more of an emotional new moon. So honor what is surfacing for you. And I always say this when I talk about emotions, like don't allow your emotions to control you. Don't make big decisions based on how you're feeling in any given moment, but honor it. Don't shove down your feelings. Honor what is coming up for you. Be aware of the emotion and just get curious about it. Is it coming up to be healed? To be maybe integrated? Is it coming up to be shifted? Just get curious about what that emotion is telling you. And then from there, you can just move through it, right? You can move through it without any judgment. So really pay attention to the emotions that are surfacing and really look at if you are having trouble just resting and recharging and leaning back without a feeling of guilt that there's more you should be doing. Ask yourself what you need to have in place. Is there a masculine structure, right, that you need to have in place, some discipline or something that allows you to just lean back and relax? And if you have that and it's still hard to just lean back and relax, that's where it becomes a practice and maybe changing your mindset and remembering that just because you're not in action, you're still manifesting and you're still creating. So those are the main takeaways around this new moon in Cancer. Feel free to share below the main takeaway for you or any aha moments about what I spoke about today. And a reminder that if you would like to join the Akashic activations for soul-led entrepreneurs, we start on Monday. We are starting on the day of the new moon. Perfect for you if you are a spiritual entrepreneur, a light worker, a healer, you are wanting to expand your business and you are wanting to tap into the highest possibility for your business. I'm going to be offering you powerful trainings and activations in the space of the Akashic Records and helping you learn how to navigate your Akashic Records to move into new levels of wealth, new levels of like pleasure and fun and joy in your business, new levels of impact, and really how to connect to the energetic code of your business so you gain clarity on the message that wants to be expressed through you. And you just call in those soulmate clients with ease. All of that's available and possible when we access the records and we tap into our highest potential. So send a message if you would like to get in on that. I just opened the private Facebook group today, welcoming everyone in, learning more about their business. It's really, really fun. And otherwise, enjoy this beautiful new moon energy. I am sending lots of love your way, and I will see you really soon. Bye.